when you go to the standard settings, yes, you have a section called Applications. You can go here, click the three dots here. Here, I'm hiding the system app. You can click Show All Apps and try to find them here. In some cases, these apps are there, in others, they aren't. But the point is, certain settings we need won't be here. Permissions and the like won't be shown here. And the advantage isn't always found here, because the standard app itself, which is built in to show all other apps, is, let's say, limited in functionality. It will never show you the apps you actually have installed. They can only be seen using third-party apps, or I'll show you a simple, universal method. To do this, you need to use the Google Play Store, where you download games and apps. Click here. Then, in the top right corner, you'll see your avatar or account icon. Click Next. Look, scroll to the very bottom and find Help. Usually, there'll be a question mark here. Click here. Then you'll be redirected to this menu. You need to use the Help search and type Delete here. You'll find a line about how to delete an app from an Android device. Click here. Now look for the line labeled Click to go to the app settings. It's the blue line. I'll warn you right away that in some cases, if you're using the dark theme, you'll get an error and can't access this section. In that case, you'll need to temporarily switch to the light theme. Click this line. And here you'll see a list of apps. These are all the apps you have on your smartphone. Next, you need to tap the three dots at the bottom and tap Show System Processes. Now take a look. The only downside to this entire menu is that there's no search function, allowing you to simply type in some words and have it find the app right away. Everything is listed alphabetically, so you'll have to search manually, but the settings are very extensive, and there are even some features that allow you to delete system apps, stop them, limit them, and so on. This won't work in all cases, but at least you can find apps here that you won't find in the standard app search. So, scroll down and find an app called Add Privacy. Look, pay attention to this icon. The icon usually doesn't change, but it also depends on the theme installed on your phone. If you have a custom theme, that is, a non-standard one, the icon might be different. It doesn't take up much space, but the point is, look, I go in, and there aren't even any delete or anything like that icons at the very end, or even stop options. And this is actually a new app. If you click the three dots here and show details, you'll see that it was installed from the Google Android.com package. And the last time it was installed was in 2026, during the first month. And I'll tell you more. This app won't affect your phone's operation in any way. What I mean is, if you delete it, for example, if it weren't even on your smartphone, it won't affect the functionality of other apps you have built in. But then the question arises, why install such a supposedly app that can't significantly affect your phone's functions, but completely remove access to locking or deleting it from the app? The answer is actually very simple. You don't need this app on your phone at all. The developers of this app need it because they collect all the data from your other apps to send you tons of ads. It's, let's say, hidden data collection to give you more recommendations and, of course, to make more money off you. Even if you go into the app permissions, you'll see that notifications are allowed and all permissions are denied. It's just brutal. Basically, be sure to find this app, try to find it and look at it, and be sure to double check the Allow Restricted Settings option at the bottom. If there's a slider like this, be sure to disable it too. That's the first thing you need to do. This app can run in the background, even when your phone is completely locked. It might seem like you don't have any background activity, but it turns on when you have internet access. And here in the nutrition section, I'll say that the correct value won't always be shown because it might turn on briefly just to convey some information. The second app is Digital Wellbeing. Yes, we used to disable it in a different way, supposedly completely, but it's like an additional app that essentially performs all the same functions that Digital Wellbeing did before. It also monitored other apps and tracked certain actions related to the phone's overall operation. For example, how many times you tapped the screen per day, how many times you launched a particular app, how long you spent in it, what pages you opened, and so on. It's like a collector of this initial data, even recording when you unlocked your screen. Together, these two apps actually have complete control over your smartphone, and it doesn't help you in any way. This, again, is only needed by the developers themselves. Again, look, I'm logged in, and here you check to allow restricted settings. My slider is disabled. That's good. There's no option to disable, delete, or anything like that. You can't do that here. Well, we can just uninstall the update, but that won't help us much. And look, if we go to the 3 data points, we see that the installation was at the same time, 2026, first month. In other words, it was most likely installed as part of the latest update package. Some phones may not have received them yet, but most phones will definitely receive them. This depends on the phone model, because, as you can imagine, some phones receive updates earlier, others later. But enough time has passed since the beginning of the year, so it's a good idea to double check. Next, see what we can do to disable these apps as much as possible, so that they collect minimal information or are disabled altogether. To do this, you need to go to the standard settings and search for advanced settings. If you don't have advanced settings, simply search in the general settings. Or you can use the settings search and simply enter similar words to the functions I'm about to show you. Go to advanced settings. Here, we look for protection and privacy. Click on special permission. This setting is usually at the very top, but you can scroll through it. You might have a different menu. You need to find access all files, or it might be called access data or modify file data. These settings might be similar. Click here. Click here again. Show system processes. Be sure to find analytics. This is the app that interacts in parallel with what we just showed, and it collects all the analytics on your phone and sends them. Allow changes to system settings. Be sure to disable this slider. Go back with the arrow. Find MSA, that is, the app that sends you ads in almost all apps, and disable this slider. Go back and find Digital Wellbeing. Look, here you will also be allowed access to different modes. Just go ahead, disable it, and click OK. After that, in the general menu, go to Change System Settings, and double-check the app details. If they're still there, you'll need to disable them. Take Analytics, for example. We also uncheck the toggle to allow changes to system settings. Similarly, if we find other apps like MSA here, because they're duplicates, we disable the system settings permission, and Digital Wellbeing won't be visible. But if you find it, disable it here too. After that, these apps won't be able to change any of their personal settings or exchange data between their servers. Yes, they'll still be on your phone, but they'll be disabled. And, firstly, your battery will drain less, and, secondly, you've increased your privacy, your security, and reduced the amount of advertising on your smartphones.